Once you have inserted all the necessary part views in a drawing and you have also added the dimensions, you can also create balloons to label the parts in the assembly and relate them to item numbers on the bill of materials. To do that quickly and easily, it is suggested that you have already defined the basic properties in the individual part files as I showed you in the previous lesson. Now in the open document, you can see that I have inserted all the necessary part views and I have also inserted dimensions. In addition, I have also defined the properties in the individual part files. So now I will activate the balloon tool, which can be found in the annotation ribbon, to create balloons. With the tool active, I will hover the cursor over the first part, and when the desired edge of the part is highlighted, I will click. Then I will move the cursor and notice that the preview of the balloon with the leader appears. I will click one more time to place the balloon. Once I clicked again, a balloon which contains the number 1 was placed. The tool does not deactivate automatically, so I can continue placing balloons. So I will click on an edge of the front view of the part 2 and click again to place a second balloon. However, this balloon also contains the number 1, which is not what I wanted. In fact, this balloon should display the number 2. This happened because I have not linked the part property with the balloon's context. So at this point, I will press Escape to deactivate the tool. I will select the balloon and I will delete it. Then I will activate the balloon tool again and I will expand the balloon text list, which can be found in the Property Manager palette. With the text option selected, I can type a text or a number that I want to be displayed in the balloon. However, to link a property with a balloon, I have to select the Custom Properties option. Once I do, right below appears a list. Next to this list, there is the Link to Property button. I will click on this button to open the Link to Property window. From the Use Custom Properties from, I will select the Model Found Here option. Now I can expand the property name list and select one of the properties that have been defined in this part. In this example, I will select the number. Notice that the number 2 appeared in the Evaluated Value field. Now I will click OK to close this window, and I will start placing balloons to all the parts. Notice that now every time I place a balloon, the correct number appears. Once I place all the balloons I need, I will press Escape to deactivate the tool. Before we finish the lesson, I should mention that Solidworks provides us with another useful tool, which is called Auto Balloon. You can use Auto Balloons to automatically generate balloons in a drawing view. Once I activate the Auto Balloon tool, all I have to do is click on the isometric view of the assembly. Notice that the balloons were placed automatically. Now, if I go to the Property Manager palette, I can change the balloon layout if I change the pattern type. With the Ignore Multiple Instances option active, a balloon is applied to only one instance for components with multiple instances, while with the Insert Magnetic Lines option active, one or more magnetic lines are inserted as long as the selected pattern type is not circular. You can also select if the leaders of the balloons will be attached to the faces of the parts or to their edges. Naturally, I can change the context of the balloons if I go to the balloon text and select a different option. Now we'll click on the check mark to deactivate the tool. As you can see, the auto balloon tool may be convenient and a quick way to place balloons, but that doesn't mean that the balloons will be placed as you want. So before we finish the lesson, I should mention that after you have deactivated the auto balloon tool, you can move the balloons or even change the edges that are attached to the leaders. So now you can add balloons to your own drawings.